Beep, 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 beep. There were 4 beeps, oops. What? I'm roused from my slumber the following morning by the shrill beeping of my alarm clock. Its tiny cry burrows into every single crevice of my skull. My temple throbs, and I groan. My head's killing me. Sadly for me, my alarm clock doesn't seem to understand how under the weather I am. It's nothing but a machine, and it's utterly immune to my plight. Beep, beep, beep. Turn it off, man. The hateful device continues to mock me. I swear, it's getting louder with every beep. Alright, enough. I sit up on my futon, the covers bunching about my bare legs, and reach out for the clock. I seize it, then turn it off with a satisfying click. Now that my alarm clock's been silenced, I can finally hear myself think. Thank God for that. That God for that. How much did I have to drink last night anyway? I press my hand against my temple. It does little to ease the throbbing pain beneath my fingertips. Speaking of last night, what happened? I can't remember it. It's all a blur. I think I went to see the famous idol IU in concert. I didn't see IU because I wanted to. Her music's not really my thing. Well, I was gonna recap this for you, but good thing I didn't because this dude's freaking recapping it every 5 seconds. I did it because I had to. It was a job. I brought along my expensive camera equipment, hoping to take a few high-quality pics of IU's performance, but... oh god. I glance about my bedroom. My clothes are strewn across the floor, my shoulder bag alongside them. I can't remember the precise details of last night, but I do remember tripping and falling on my ass. I hurt my head and my back, and my bag made an alarming crunch as it fell on the sidewalk. My camera. Did I really break it? I lurch across my room, dragging my futon with me, and claw my way to my bag. I open it up, praying for the best while expecting the worst. I'd very much like my hazy recollections of last night to be nothing more than a nightmare, but damn it. The camera's scuffed and marked and the lens is cracked all the way down the middle. It's completely inoperable. Alright Hiroki, calm down. Maybe the lens is broken, but the camera itself might work. You just need to stay cool. I extricate the heavy camera from my bag with trembling sausage-like fingers and reach for the on-off switch. I press it, heart hammering, awaiting a miracle, but no dice, huh? The camera refuses to turn on. It's given up the ghost completely. Well, that's just peachy. Disgusted, I throw the broken camera back into the bag. It's not like I can damage it more than I have already, and fall back against the tatami floor with a thud. And to think, I wanted to be a photojournalist. Now, I'm nothing more than a liability. This morning isn't the most auspicious. I wish I could turn back time, slip beneath my futon and fall asleep once more. Then I wouldn't have to contend with the looming fear of losing my job, or this awful headache. At least today's a Sunday. I don't need to go into work until tomorrow. That should give me a bit more time to prepare for the inevitability of losing my job. That is strange though. Today's Sunday, why was my alarm clock on? I usually turn my alarm clock off during the weekends, when I don't have jobs to attend to, that is. I have to wake up pretty early to commute to work during the weekday, so on the weekends I like to veg out in my futon until midday. Did I turn my alarm clock on before I went to bed? But why? Did past me want to torture present me? Oh, did past me want to torture present me or something? Do I have a secret sadistic streak or something? Well, given I'm the one who set that alarm clock, perhaps it'd be more correct to say masochistic. Then again, was I really the one who set that alarm? How did I even get home anyway? I don't remember. After that failed gig, I went out drinking and then I strain my brain, struggling to remember. And that's when it hits me, in a sudden burst of intense realization. Ooh! Wakatsuki Marina. She invited me back to her office. How can I forget that? How could you forget that? I enjoyed myself with the famous businesswoman Wakatsuki Marina in an attempt to forget my sorrows. Then I passed out. How then did I end up back in my apartment? I don't get it. Did last night really happen, or... I look around my room searching for some kind of clue. Fortunately, it doesn't take me long to spot it. There, lying next to my alarm clock, is an envelope. Is that for Marina? I open the envelope, then slide out a pure white sheet of paper that reads this. Dear Hiroki, thank you for drinking with me last night. I had a very good time. I hope our dalliances proved to be enjoyable for you too. After you passed out of my office, I asked my chauffeur to drive you back home. I found your address on your business card, which was in your wallet. I hope you can forgive me for looking through something so personal. I asked the chauffeur to set your alarm nice and early, so you don't oversleep. You drank a good deal last night, and I'm afraid you'll doze the day away if you given the opportunity. Remember, the early bird catches the worm. You might disagree with me, but I think it's important to wake up in a timely manner. Don't go back to bed, you hear? I've taken quite an interest in you, and I'm going to whip you into shape if it's the last thing I do. Maybe you could look at it as a pet project of mine. Yours, Marina. P.S. If you're worried about going into work tomorrow, don't be. I have connections, and I'll do all I can to smooth things over. I won't let your boss fire you. You're much too precious. Aww. Why does she like this guy so much? There's gotta be like something special about him, like something to do with like supernatural, right? I mean, cause this guy kinda sucks. Huh. Well, what do you know? I guess I really did meet Wakatsuki Marina last night. It wasn't a weird fever dream at all. Oh, after all. I'm not sure what Marina means by her PS though. Is she going to talk to my boss on my behalf? That'd be nice of her, but I'm not sure if even Wakatsuki Marina would be able to talk my boss over. He's a stubborn old goat. I should prepare for the worst just to be sure. God, my head's throbbing so much it's hard to think. Sorry, Marina, but I think I'm gonna have to go back to bed after all. I shuffle back to my futon and drop in elegantly against the soft covers. This is too much for me to deal with right now. I'm afraid if I don't get any rest, my brain will explode. My life's starting to feel like something from a TV drama. I just hope whoever's in charge of writing the screenplay of my life will see fit to tone things down a notch come tomorrow. The next day. Safe. I jump onto the train seconds before the automatic doors close. In my haste, I push a couple of businessmen wielding briefcases to the side, and they tut at me disapprovingly. Look at this loser. Sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize to these men, head bowed, as any good youngster should. It's important to remember one's manners. After all, even on a day like this. It's a Monday morning, and the weather is swelteringly hot. I woke a little after 6:30, had a shower, ate a hurried breakfast, pulled on my clothes, then headed to the train station. Thanks for that riveting recap of your morning, Hiroki. Really needed that in my life. I got on my train around 7:30, as per usual, and now I'm ready for my daily hour commute to work. If my calculations are right, I should get to work around 8:30. Though my workday doesn't technically start until 9, my boss is a hard ass. Got that? And he likes everybody to be present and accounted for far earlier. It'd be nice if I got paid a little extra for coming in a half hour early and staying behind hours later, but that's not how the world works. It absolutely is how the world works. Usually. My boss isn't just a hard ass, he's also incredibly stingy. If I could find a better job a little closer to home, I'd accept it in a heartbeat. But it's precisely because I can't find a better job than this that I've been stuck at this place for the last 3 years. That's enough to make a man cry, really. Well, when my boss learns full the extent of my failures over the last weekend, I might not have to worry about this commute much longer. Marina said she put in a good word to my boss, but I don't know how much weight her reassurances will hold. She might be famous, but my boss isn't the sort of person to be swayed by celebrities. The train sways back and forth, rattling down the track. This particular compartment is full to bursting, and I'm being jostled from all sides by grumpy men and women. The train takes a curve and I slip backwards. I accidentally stand on a businesswoman's foot, and she glowers at me. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I seem to be upsetting everybody today. Talk about losing friends and alienating people. I try to shuffle away from the woman, but there's nowhere else I can really go. There's barely an inch of free space in this miserable compartment, and my sides being poked and jostled with intrusive elbows. It's a hot summer's day, and the inside of this hot summer sidewalk. That's from American Dad, just so you know. Anyways, and the inside of this overcrowded train feels like a sauna. I already showered once this morning, but I'm sweaty already. Dude, that was me every day walking to high school. I hope I don't smell bad. Time ticks by far too slowly. The train pulls in at a stop, and mercifully, a few people get off, including the woman whose foot I stepped on. Finally, I can breathe, but not for long. A new influx of people get on the train, more than making up for those who stepped off. Now the compartment's even more crowded than ever. Ohio. I'm hemmed in by the doors, a businessman behind me and a young girl to the front. I can't see the girl's face, but if I had to wager a guess at her age, I'd put her in her early 20s. Dude, she does not look like she's in her early 20s. Maybe by like anime standards, but that's a stretch. Anyways, you can also see her face clearly. Like, what are you saying? She isn't wearing a school uniform, which rules out the possibility that she's a high school student. Maybe she attends a local university? Her hair is dyed a crazy shade of blue, and she's wearing a pink jacket coupled with a pair of very, very short shorts. Those are very short, that's true. She's pressed against me so intimately I can smell her. Alright. Getting creepy again. She, unlike the other grumpy commuters on this train, smells fresh and sweet. A little like cinnamon. Cinnamon, what the? Her hair in particular is delectable. Every time he uses that word to describe a person, it makes me want to gag. Now I'm aware of how good this mystery girl smells. I'm more anxious than ever about what I might smell of. Silly though it is, I'd like to make a good impression on her. I can't see her face, but I'm sure she's cute. Only a cute girl would wear shorts as daringly tiny as hers. It's a bold assumption. I imagine the girl in my head, as I often do during my commutes to work. I mean, it's not like there's anything else I can do. I fashion her with a pair of large eyes, large anime eyes, fringed with long lashes and a button nose. She'll have pursed lips, pink like cherry blossoms, and two sweetly blushing cheeks, and a nice body. Jeez, man, come on. I don't even need to wonder what her body's like, because I can feel it pressed against me. It's possible that this could be an honest mistake on the girl's part, but now she's moaning? Oh, that was supposed to be moaning? I'm not doing that, I'm sorry. That's what? Why is she moaning? I want to escape before things escalate any farther, but that's impossible. The train's too busy. Sure. Okay. This girl has me trapped, and she must know it. How am I going to wiggle out of this one? Hey, I draw closer to the girl, a risky move, I know, and bring my lips to her ear. You might not. She definitely has like cat ears, by the way. Is that like normal or what? You might not be aware of this, but I swallow. You're kind of pressing against me. I hope that this is some sort of misunderstanding. With a bit of luck, the girl will squeak an alarm and back away, her face burning. I like to resolve this problem peacefully without disturbing the people around us, but I know. Bruh. The girl replies swiftly, with nary a trace of embarrassment in her tone. What do you mean you know? I know what I'm doing. You do? Then why don't you stop? Will stop? I don't want to. This is too much fun. This might be fun for you, making me squirm, but this is a real problem for me. It's a problem? You don't like it? No, get the hell off of me. Oop. I paused it. Wait. Oh yeah, I would never say that top one. It's definitely something Hiroki would say though. This dude's super awkward. It's not a question of whether I like it or not, you're a total stranger. We shouldn't be doing something like this, particularly not in public. It'll bother everyone. It will if you raise your voice like that. But if you're quiet, it should be fine. Let's keep going. No, I just said, wait, is she like dry humping him or something? I heard what you said, but I don't think you meant it. You must like me at least a little, or you wouldn't be breathing so hard. I have asthma, okay? Crap, I was afraid she'd notice that. Well, I guess it was hard for her not to, given how close my body's pressed against hers. Is there really no way out of this? She's wearing 2 different color socks. Anyways. Sorry, her side ponytail is very distracting. Of all the things to be distracted by, it's like, why even have a side ponytail if the rest of your hair is not in it? Is this girl going to railroad me? Haha. Onto this path of degeneracy no matter what I do or say? Marina wasn't joking, you smell incredibly good. I just want to be close to you, Hiroki. Hiroki-kun. Nani? Ha ha ha. I make my way to work. That's it? That's it? The soles of my shoes slapping against the sidewalk. After the little incident on the train, I felt obligated to get off a few stops earlier than usual. I couldn't bring myself to stay on the train, surrounded by all those good men and women, after everything I'd done. It would have been way too embarrassing. Alright, we must have missed something. Right? Because... yeah, we must have missed something, because the 18 plus patch or whatever. Which I didn't want to download, because I'm lazy. And also, I don't want to freaking censor it, and much more importantly, don't want to read all of that for an audience, however small. I gasped for air as I wend my way through Tokyo's busy streets. Men and women in business attire throng about me, and veritable armies of high school students in their crisp white uniforms chat and giggle excitably. They all look so young and carefree, the girls with their plaited hair and blue plaid skirts, the boys with their sports bags slung over their shoulders and their scuffed black shoes. What I wouldn't give to be a teen again. Nope, no thank you. They don't know how easy they have it. My encounter with that mysterious girl in the train might have taken my mind off things for a few minutes. Did our liaison truly finish so fast? But no, now doubts are starting to catch up with me. Hold on, I have a question. How did he get off the train? Because he was pretty adamant that she was blocking his exit. Visual novel logic. It doesn't matter how quickly I walk, I can't outstrip my fears. What am I gonna do when I see my boss? What is he gonna say? My head might as well be on a chopping block. This day is shaping up to be a crazy one, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. I've only been awake a handful of hours. Oh jeez, this guy wakes up really early. Maybe when I get to work, I'll find my boss is transformed into a cute girl. What a weird... Well, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's quite a disturbing thought, actually. Yeah, kind of what I was thinking. You know what? Let's not pursue this train of thought any longer. Really, though. If I get to work and find my garrulous, ill-tempered boss that has transformed into a cute girl overnight, I wouldn't even be surprised. I would, what the... At this point, it'd be just one more drop in the ever-expanding ocean. But, to my relief, though not necessarily surprise... Agasawara, what do you have to say for yourself, Oh, my boss is not turned into a cute girl after all. He looks just as ill-tempered as always, if not more. I've only just arrived in the office. I've yet to set down my bag and sit at my desk, but he's already giving me an earful. He's about to fire your ass, dude. He careened into the office the moment he heard me open the door. He must have been waiting for me to make my grand entrance, like a fan eagerly awaiting the beginning of an IU concert. But unlike IU's loyal contingent of fans, my boss isn't holding a glow stick or wearing a shirt with my face on it. How dare he not wear a shirt with your face on it? If he was, I'd be pretty freaked out, I'm not gonna lie. And they really had to abbreviate not gonna lie. Can't tell if I appreciate that or if I think it's annoying. It doesn't matter. We'll say I appreciate it. Instead, it was kind of funny. Anyways, instead he's holding a cup of coffee in one hand, a scowl upon his face. Judging by his expression and the way he's shaking, he'll spill that coffee if he's not careful. He's preparing himself for the mother of all rants. I am so busted. Well, don't just stand there going, oh, you gormless cretinal. Oh, jeez. You know what you've done. Where's my apology? Oh, I'm sorry, boss. Sorry won't cut it, and you know that. Then why did you ask me to apologize in the first place? That's what I'd like to say, but I'm a little bitch. Oh! Oh! But I know, given the circumstances, it'd be better not to infuriate him further. My boss has never hit anybody before, though secretly I think he'd quite like to. But the steaming cup of coffee in his hands is quite concerning. It would be very, very easy for him to accidentally slip in his rage and pour it all down my front. I asked you to get some photos of IU for an upcoming news piece and you've buggered it all up. Is he British? You've buggered it all up. Where are my photos, huh? I'm sorry. There were a few technical issues. The trains were delayed and that's no excuse. As a photographer, not as an employee, it's your duty to see that you accomplish all of your jobs regardless of the external circumstances. So the trains were delayed, so what? You should have used your head. Why didn't you hire a taxi? It was too late. It's stupid stereotypical accent. It was too late for that. The train broke down. I got on it in time, but nothing. The boss slams his cup of coffee down on my desk. A few brown droplets of scalding drink fly over the rim of the cup and spatter on a stack of documents. Well, that whole stack's ruined. Congrats. Guess I'm gonna have to clean that up later. That is, if this desk is still mine by the end of the morning. The more my boss rants and raves, the more unlikely that's beginning to look. A few of my work colleagues have been alerted by the noise because they're peeking at us curiously. One of my workmates gives me a sympathetic smile while another looks coldly amused by my plight. I guess it's alright for them. Lucky so-and-sos. You lucky so-and-sos. I've had it up to here with you, Sawara. I have no need for an employee who can't do his job. You're a failure, and to cap it all off, you broke an expensive piece of company equipment. How did he even know that? How did he know? I just got to work. I stare at my boss. He could have deduced my failure to take any pics of IU, given my failure to upload them to the cloud over the weekend. But how does he know about the camera? See? Mystery is unfolding. I haven't told him about that yet. I was saving that bit of news till last. Thought it'd be a nice way to cap off this awful morning. Cherry on top of the shit sundae, if you please. That's pretty funny, actually. Somebody must have told him about the camera already. But who? Was it Marina? Did she really call my boss up and beg for his pardon? If so, I commend her efforts, but my boss doesn't look at all moved by her pleas. I think it's funny they didn't even bother to like draw a character model for the boss. His face is getting redder by the second. I'm afraid he's going to explode, like an overinflated weather balloon. When I heard that, I just about hit the roof. How could you be so careless? That camera's worth more than your life. Our deadlines have all been pushed back because of your carelessness. How do you feel about that, bruv? What? How are you supposed to answer that question? How do you feel about that? Bad, I guess? I don't know. I look at my feet, my voice dropping to a whisper. I'm very sorry, sir. What did you say? What? My boss leans in, cupping his ear with his hand. Speak up, boy. I can't hear you. I said, even more of my colleagues are watching me now. They're not even trying to hide their amusement. I mean, fuck those guys. I bet they're all laughing at my expense. People can be so cruel. You're so mean. Watching me get chewed out. I'm very sorry, sir. Really, I am. I know my behavior was inexcusable. Indeed, it was. Not only did you make a hash of a simple job, a hash, but you also destroyed a piece of company equipment. I should have you fired for that, at the very least. But I'm a lenient man. Yes, boss, you're right. I'll have my desk cleared out right away and... Oh, wait. What? You heard what I said. My boss folds his arms, his expression sullen. You've worked at this company for 3 years. During this time, you've been a model employee. It's rare that I've had a cause to get on your case, unlike various other people in this room. That's a surprise. My boss shoots a pointed glance at a few of my other coworkers, who are still listening to my supposed dressing down. Now that they've realized most of the drama's past, they seem to have lost interest. A couple of them blush, suitably chastised, as they return to their work, while a few others pout and click their tongues. Like that? Did they want me to be out of a job? This office is full of vultures. I like how it says business on the wall. Hey, what do you do? Business? But like what kind? Just business. It's business. Don't worry about it. Oh jeez. In general, I have no real complaints with you. Last Saturday was an unfortunate blip, shall we say, in your otherwise spotless performance. If you were a newbie, I'd be inclined to fire you over this. But I don't want to cast one of my valued employees out into the cold over a couple of mishaps. Then does that mean... Yes, indeed. I'm giving you another chance, Sakura. But you're on thin ice. Don't betray my trust again or you'll be sorry, bruv. I don't like being made a fool of. I'm going to work you to the bone.
Be prepared to put in the hours to make up for your atrocious blunder. Do you hear me?
Oh, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I bowed deeply to my boss, cringing at my own superciliousness? Superciliousness? Is that a word? Never seen that word before. All the while, only a few seconds ago, I was insulting this guy in my head and calling him an asshole. I'm so two-faced. Maybe my boss isn't quite as horrid as I thought, but he's still a businessman. Yep, he does work in business office. At the end of the day, and I doubt he'd make this call if he didn't have ulterior motives. Now I'm curious. What's going to happen about the camera? Will the cost of replacing it be taken from my own wages?
About the camera. It's a funny story, that.
He kind of does. I mean, the British accent kind of suits him, doesn't it? Just like the way he talks. The boss massages his quivering chin in thought.
That would be standard company policy, yes. But you can rejoice, Sagasawara. You must have a guardian angel.
An angel, sir?
Indeed, she called the office this morning when I got in for work, and she explained the whole story affair to me. At first I was incredulous. I thought it was some kind of prank, but she was very persuasive. Still,
my boss shakes his head, bemused.
I can't believe that you know Wakatsuki Marina. For such a plain, unassuming man, you've got a surprising amount of connections.
Oh my gosh, that sentence, for such a plain, unassuming man, you've got a surprising amount of connections. That just describes almost every anime protagonist ever. So Marina really did call my boss. That wasn't just talk. I don't know Marina all that well, but she's already done a lot for me. I have to wonder what she sees in me. Same. I agree. And how I'm going to repay her.
How'd you get in good graces, The two of you childhood friends?
Oh no, I've only known her a day.
Really?
Really? My boss snorts.
Well, you must have made quite the impression. She offered to pay for the equipment you damaged in full. She wired the money over the company bank account shortly after the phone call. She also told me she's familiar with KAWAII. She offered to set up a private meeting between you and her, so you could take photographs of her uninterrupted. What do you think about that?
Once more words fail me. I stare at my boss in silent, slack-jawed surprise. Unable to articulate more than a handful of broken syllables. I clear my throat, then try again. Is the date of this meeting fixed?
Yes, indeed. Miss Wakatsuki put me through to Miss Ikue's agency, and they were only too happy to oblige. You'll be seeing Miss Ikue this weekend, alone on a private beach in Okinawa.
Oh my god. Okinawa. I know names. I can do this.
We'll fly you out there, of course. Miss Wakatsuki very kindly offered to foot the bill. I'll mail the full details over to you later. But that's about the gist of things. You've been given an amazing opportunity, so don't screw this up. You have a chance to take as many photos of Miss Ikue as you want, and while you're at it, you might as well interview her. This could be a big break. Give it your all. Let's do our best today, everyone. I won't accept anything less than 110%.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I bow and scrape to my boss anew, amazed by the wealth of possibilities that have landed on my lap. I'm going to see Ayu again this weekend on a private beach in Okinawa, no less. As a mere member of the hoi polloi, not sure what that is. I've never been to a private beach before. Starting to feel like a celeb myself. Marina really has come through for me. Not only did she pay for the camera I smashed, but she's managed to fix up a meeting between Ayu and I. My boss was right for once. Marina really is like a guardian angel. She's a dark-skinned, fair-haired angel. I owe her. If not my life, then my job. Oh man, what if I'm the sugar daddy? It was me all along. My immediate future has been secured, but I can't afford to get complacent. There's still my meeting with Ayu to contend with. If I'm going to impress both Marina and my boss, I need to do my best. Now I've been saddled with all these responsibilities, I don't want to let anybody down. Dun dun dun. Ba-do-do-do-do. It's night time. Time to go to sleep. So go sleep or click the next episode. It's up to you. Good night. Okay.